Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk on a subject. It was evoked by someone coming from someone I work with, coming to these fourth way groups and deeply studying non-duality, fourth way awakening teachings. At the same time, this person, and this person speaks for many people, so I'm not going to make it about this person, but this person also is saying, he's been doing a lot of psychological work, trauma work, psychosomatic processing, psychedelic work, in order to heal from a very nasty childhood environment. Which is like many people like unlovingness, abandonment, being made fun of, being bullied, being teased, being molested, being not trusted. So this person, and which speaks for many people, is saying, well, okay, and this person is doing actively both of these type of work. So she's been doing a lot of healing work with processing trauma and making conscious certain limiting deficiency beliefs, various core limiting programs. This person been actively working to become more authentic and to pass through this repression barrier and to allow herself to have any sadness, any fear, any anger to be allowed. So doing this repression work, trauma processing, psychological deconstruction of the false identity, because if we get a lot of trauma, sexual trauma, as well as all of this developmental trauma, basically all of this shit creates the sense of the ego, the sense of me, yeah? And the sense of me will be built anyway. Even if you are in a wonderful family and you are treated respectfully and lovingly, still being in this society. Anyway, this part of the natural development of a human being to develop this sense of separate me, which if one tries to go further into deeper states of truth and to discover the presence of God within and to discover the true self and to be free from these programs, that will be an obstacle, that personal sense of me. That is what we call the ego, the separate self, the imaginary self. Yeah. So that needs to be transcended. That needs to be transcended. That needs to be seen through as illusory. That needs to be seen as a hologram, as a construct of a bunch of thoughts, feelings, and memories, a sense of consciousness being identified with the body, consciousness being identified with the story of me. So as we go towards awakening, enlightenment, so to say, I don't like to use these words, but to deeper levels of realization and spiritual development, that sense of me is the core area of investigation. Okay, now, so either you had a really unpleasant, painful childhood, or you had a really wonderful childhood. Either way, you're going to create this sense of personal me. Yeah. However, somebody who had a lot of negative experiences in childhood and was like this person, is like serious trauma, developmental trauma. So now the sense of me / the imaginary self, the ego that everybody's walking around feeling good or bad about itself. So this person develops a deflated ego, a sense of there's something wrong with me, I'm stupid, I am unlovable, I don't matter, there's something wrong with me, nobody has my back, I don't matter, yeah? So this person now, as this person is working both on this healing side, yeah, as well as the awakening side. So the healing side, anyway, this person is asking me, hey, so can I just transcend? Can I just transcend and see, hey, this is not real, this is not me, this is not real. I can just remember myself and realize that I am the allness. Yeah, so why do I need to, can I just transcend and be this the true self, which I already am, which is the aware spaciousness, the God's presence? So, or do I need to get in there and fall in love with myself? Do I need to fall in love with myself and to take care of myself and to, you know, to get in and heal, so to say? Because ultimately, if it's just an illusion, it's an illusion, I can just drop it and just go into self-remembering, and then I'm right there, right? But then she's telling me at the same time, if I do that, I feel like I'm kind of almost like abandoning myself all over again. I'm abandoning this little girl. I'm abandoning that was hurt and alone, that feels doesn't matter. Now this little girl, the inner child, so to say, feels again like ostracized and bullied and neglected, and it doesn't matter and it doesn't feel good. But at the same time, I know that there's no little girl. This is just consciousness and it's just the reality of being. Yeah, so this is the dilemma here. So here's my take on it. Before we can transcend the ego, transcend the sense of me, we need to have a healthy, strong ego. Yeah, we can't transcend a weak, disempowered ego that believes it's a piece of shit or doesn't matter somehow. I mean, in my experience, there's not enough, you know, the awakening process, the transcendence process needs a lot of grit that ultimately comes from this essence. What I mean by essence is this so-called personal configuration. You know, although we are all consciousness, and the consciousness of the masters and the consciousness of the viewer, that which is perceiving right now, is the same as this consciousness that is talking. At the same time, this essence, this Mihai body mind, yeah, with its DNA and the psychological tendencies, and with the talents and gifts and preferences. So this is the essence, they call it in the fourth way, the essence, what we are born here with. This essence is a personal essence in some way. I mean, it is the divine consciousness embodying in a unique flavor, which is this Mihai, this Gina, this Peter, yeah? So basically, in order to transcend Peter or Mihai, to transcend, to see that this essence is actually more like a seed case for the soul waking up to itself. In order to transcend Mihai into universal being, Mihai needs to be really sturdy here, stable, and also feeling a sense of being healthy and balanced. Yeah, one is to be healthy and balanced and healed in some way. Healed. Yeah. All of this, like, I'm stupid, nobody cares about me, I'm not safe, I'm unlovable, I can't be myself. this actually they're at a kind of lower level of work that it's preliminary. One needs to kind of heal those so that I realize as a Mihai, as an essence, that, hey, man, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not perfect. I'm not better. I'm no worse. I'm okay. It's okay. Whatever. And then basically we need to reach this level of this level of, at the level of the essence, so-called personal expression, to reach this level of deep authenticity, real, to be very real. I think any good psychological work, processing work, the purposes of healing, the process of healing, which is part of the process of awakening, but that needs to happen first, in my opinion and experience. So if the process of healing is an evolutionary process is happening correctly, then the personal essence will be most realist it can be. Real and also benevolent or loving, compassionate. So realist and compassionate, loving. Loving. What does it mean, loving? I'm not talking about like kumbaya, this or that. I'm saying about having this orientation of the heart where there is some kind of deep sense of goodwill towards all life, and a sense of lovingness, as David Hawkins would say. It's an attitude, emotional, attitudinal stance of lovingness towards all life, including myself. Some kind of benevolence, goodwill, that manifests in the form of a helpfulness, supportiveness, caring, empathy, compassion. So this will look like that there are no judgments towards other people. There's no judgment towards myself, not kind of attacking people or taking things personally or attacking myself. So in order to reach this healthy sense of benevolence, one needs to have cleared a lot of these ego tendencies, and many of them, they come from trauma too. If somebody has been hard with us and putting us down, then our ego is going to be hard with ourselves and put us down. So to reach this level of lovingness towards all beings, including oneself, there needs to be a lot of healing there. Also, just this lovingness alone, that can get really unhealthy, because one needs to also, this lovingness needs to be in a context of being a real tiger. What I mean by that, like the tiger in nature, and all the creatures, all the animals, they are along their inner compass. They are authentic to the yeses and no in themselves. So that's why sometimes people, they get this love teaching that are misunderstood or distorted, and then they go into abandoning themselves for helping others and taking shit and taking people's shit and compromising themselves and putting themselves in very nasty situations from some distorted idea of love and being there for others and all of that, ending up in a toxic, codependent situations that are going to ruin one's life. So that is not love. That's why this element of being real, realist, real, to be real. What does it mean to be real? Means that to be real and conscious, real and conscious to whatever feeling there's here, I am okay to feel it. I have anger, I have sadness, I have fear, I have grief. I am able to allow it. I allow it and I feel it. Now, also, if I'm pissed to some people and I'm triggered and all of that, just shooting it on people like that in the guise that I'm real, hey man, this is my truth, That also is bullshit. So there's a trigger with people. It's very likely I have some my own hook from the past, and I have some old pain body activated, and I'm projecting stuff. So yeah, feel this anger, but be conscious, not be identified with this anger. Yeah, use this anger for consciousness and investigate what is driving this anger. There might be some faulty attitude. There might be some taking things personally. It might be I'm telling the story that they don't respect me, but they do respect me. It's just I'm carrying this story in my head. So also sometimes with this anger, it may be appropriate to have clear boundaries. Like, listen, I don't appreciate you. Keep doing this, taking advantage of me, not honoring your promises, stealing money from me. So I'm done with you, man. So realist and loving and conscious. That's a great combination. I can put boundaries. Yeah, I can put boundaries. I can say no. I can say yes. Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, don't lie and don't do what you hate. That's awesome. Don't lie to others and to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And don't do what you hate. That is awesome. This is powerful stuff. So, being as the realest possible. It's enabled, the one has to be courageous, to express, to share things that are uncomfortable, to be vulnerable, yet having this understanding of love, the perspective of love, which is not just like this religion, Christian love, which is a dilution of something higher. That something higher is that everybody here is a child of God. Everybody here is our brother and sister. Everybody here has this divine spark. Everybody is this divine spark, even if they are fucking assholes. But so seeing that, so then everybody here is me. Everybody here is an expression of the divine. And if you really realize this, and then it changes your heart attitude. So then that's benevolence comes naturally. Yeah. Before it is realized, you can fake it. You can fake it till you make it. That's fine. I used to do this. I was touched by this teaching of benevolence and lovingness. So I was trying to be more loving and more benevolent as a way to work on my heart that was selfish and resentful and angry and whatever. And it helped. It's some kind of purification. But ultimately, that comes spontaneously. Yeah. So having this lovingness and realness. And then also you have this position that, man, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not the smartest fellow. I'm not the best fellow, but I'm okay. I'm good as I am. I'm lovable as I am. I'm worthy as I am because I am a child of God, and there are all these gifts. Everybody has these gifts. Yeah. So I respect myself. I don't talk shit to myself. When I fuck up, I'm like, dude, come on, man. This is not good. It pains me. I feel the pain of the conscience. I investigate, I process, but I don't beat myself up and nasty with myself, because that is another ego tendency. It's unloving, doesn't help. Yeah. So my whole point about this is that one needs to reach through healing, through psychosomatic processing, through whatever you're doing, psychotherapy, psychedelic work, ayahuasca, whatever you're doing. The healing would be this essence to be more conscious, free from deficiency stories, and empowered free to pursue what loves. I like this. I'm going to allow myself to do this. I move through the obstacles that, oh, I shouldn't do this because they won't approve. Oh, yeah. Part of the real and loving and conscious is that one will be free of this. It's called in the fourth way, inner considering, like, what would they think of me? I should be like this. They won't approve. I'm afraid they will judge me. That's a hassle. That is uncomfortable. That's a program of slavery. So, okay. So what I'm saying here is that then one gets to this sense of essence that is in this way. That's a strong essence. That's a developed essence. That's a healed essence. I don't need to be, I love myself so much. I love you. I love you. You are so wonderful. I don't know. That's kind of cheesy in my book. It's not necessary. It's not necessary to fall in love with yourself. That's fine. But to at least be free from all of those negative stories, be authentic, to be loving, to stop beating yourself up, to be okay as you are. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. So that is a necessary station in order to transcend now in deeper states of being. Yeah. So, and this person was saying, well, shall I do this and then do this, or shall I just go straight to that? Shall I just transcend, or shall I go? I think the way to reach this solid place of essence, personal essence, I would do equally both. I would, do trauma work. I would do repression work. I would do psychological work of challenging and seeing through the illusory identity stories. At the same time, one cannot do this if one is not more present, more aware. So I will do awareness work, meditation, regular meditation practice. And I will go into all of this self-inquiry and this non-dual fourth way stuff to become more awake, become more conscious. Yeah. And actually, through self-remembering, this person said, well, I can just go into self-remembering and just snuff away these feelings and this stuff. That's not true self-remembering. When actually you are feeling like I don't matter and people don't have my back, I'm trying to be more aware and observe this. I'm observing this thought. I'm observing this feeling. I'm observing. And I remember myself. If the self is available, the self is that which is aware. Yeah, so the awakeness, the presence is present to what's happening and it's present to itself. I would do that too. That's the ultimate thing. But that doesn't mean that you are snuffing away feelings and thoughts. So you are aware of one's presence while these feelings of sadness or resentment are happening, or feelings of this states, old taste of I don't matter. So I'm remembering myself and welcoming this feeling. That will be actually transformation of suffering. There was a high practice in the fourth way. So, well, I think that's what I had for now. It's an impromptu video. And yeah, feel free to bring any additional questions or comments here. And this is my work. To combine harmoniously. I've been passionate about this for a long time. And I stumbled upon it, the necessity to do this healing of the essence of the broken sense of me, healing, deep, compassionate healing, trauma work, being authentic work, while developing this awakening. And they need each other, man. They need each other. And usually one is either doing that and is bypassing that, or one is doing that, but forgetting about that, and it gets incomplete. So I'm interested to do both. as the healing is the essence, it becomes more, as I mentioned, authentic, real, loving, okay with itself. Then it's necessary to focus less on the personal stuff and keep going back towards being, returning as self, remembering. All right, may this help. Ciao.